All right, everybody, welcome to On the Screws Golf. We'd like to thank you for being here on the stream. So what? And welcome to DCF&P, baby. And again, thank you so much for attending, and please consider subscribing. All right, welcome everybody. Rookie level winter major at On the Screws Golf. Well, today what we'll do is we'll do a little bit of an overview of which balls we used on each of the different holes, the first 9 holes of the qualification, what the results were, what our final score was, and then of course go through the different wins that are available and some of the opportunities to improve upon our current score. So let's get into it. As you can see, qualifying round, winter major, we did shoot a -14, nothing fantastic, 2 drops, and you can see the results, the balls used, the different holes. So ball hole 1, we used the Titan ball. We were able to get an eagle. We did have to chip in for that one. Hole number 2, we went ahead and used a katana ball, and we made birdie on that par 3. Hole number 3 made an eagle with the Titan ball. Hole number 4 on the par 3, we went with a 0 ball and power 0 ball with the Marlin and a quarterback rough bump, and we did make birdie there. Hole number 5, we made an eagle with a katana ball, and then you can see holes 6 through 8. We went ahead with Titan balls, 2 birdies and an eagle, and then on hole 9 with the wind push, we went ahead and used a berserker, and we were able to convert to get the eagle. So, getting right into it, as you can see, we did finish at -14. We're currently in 4th place, tied for 2nd, if that makes sense. So you can see that they can't be separated. We cannot be separated. So -14 it is. So you can see just a basic card on the first look. And I will say this up front. This is a major, and they've made it difficult. So you're going to have to do some adjustments on the fly possibly. But let's go ahead and get into it with hole number 1. Okay, here we are at hole number 1. With our tee shot, again, we're using it extra mile 7, so that is 234 yards of max distance versus the 236 with an EM8 on some of our other accounts. Full top spin, 2 left spin. We went ahead and did a roughly a 10% max adjustment. It does call for a 15% max adjustment on the wind, but you can see that we got a slight headwind, side wind from left to right. So full top, 2 left, and you can see probably about, I don't know, 50% OP. Obviously, we're going to need more than that, but you're still going to have to hit it perfect. You see that's a mini landing zone, and we just get caught up in the rough. So you can see, very difficult shot on the first hole of the winter major. We'll be back for shot number 2. So here we are for shot number 2. And you can see we only have the Razor 5. Our other Nirvana rough iron is only a 2. So with the high level of accuracy and this short of a shot, we were able to take advantage of our rough iron Razor. This is at min distance. Make an adjustment of 0.4 rings. And then of course, you do have to hit these shots perfect if you want them to go in. We do accomplish the perfect shot. We do start off with the eagle. Not an easy eagle, but we did maintain our composure and go -2 after 1. All right, we'll see you at hole number 2. Okay, here we are for hole number 2. What they call the NASCAR hole, right? You come around the bend and do a slingshot off the left rough, or excuse me, left fairway, and get yourself down near the hole. So what we did here was just 3 top, 2 right. We do have about half the red ring cutting the fairway there with our EM7. Now we were supposed to go 20% mid, which I did, but that brought me all the way back into min distance. So Maybe 20% min will help you. I have that little bit of side curl. I would suggest you do not put any side curl on this, because you'll see that we get right to the tip of the shadow. You want to be a little bit higher than that to give yourself a chance for it to be up above the hole and come down and get into the hole. So we just missed this just underneath the hole. Still a very good shot. We make that for our birdie, and again, we are 3 under after 2. Tough hole there. You're not going to make that very often. There's just not a good landing spot for you to make that every single time to replicate it. So do your best to get it. If you get a hole in one, you're 1 up on the field. Okay, here we are, hole number 3, the first of our par 5s. And again, you can see a headwind, so not doing us any favors on these holes. Holes 1 and 3, which were very important, give us headwind. So here, full topspin, 2 right spin. I played the inner green circle right on the rough's edge, because you need as much opportunity to get the ball over to the fairway. Now you'll see I hit a great ball left here, and we just do trickle out into the fairway. So you can see a little bit of overpower and about 85% of the ball being curled to the right, just to make sure that you protect yourself from this great ball. And you can see we bounce, we do roll. With that extra power, we were able to get through the rough line into the fairway at 325. Now, if I didn't overpower it, there's no way we're going to get out of that rough, and we'd be stuck there, and we'd be more than likely making a birdie on this hole. But with the extra power and that 85% curl, we were able to give ourselves the opportunity to get into a position for a second shot. See you in a second. Sorry about that little glitch there. All right, we're here for our second shot on this par 5. We do have the big dog 8, and you can see we are at exact max distance. Now, I played this at -5%. The guides say you can play this at 0. I find that the yellow ring to the right edge at -5% is a good way to play it. And then obviously at 3.1 rings, you have to make your adjustment. But then, of course, like we always say, you have to hit perfect. So again, another headwind. Not a very easy play here. I should have used a little bit of overpower, obviously, but you can't hit it great. So with the combination of great ball and no overpower, you see we hit that rough significantly. Luckily, we bounced onto the fairway on our second bounce, and we ended up just short. So we do go ahead with the Firefly and chip this in for eagle. So we will skip that chip in, and we will go to hole number 4. So hole number 4 here is our second of the 3 par 3s. In this one, you can do a sniper bounce over at 10%, or you could do a quarterback rough bump with a power 0 ball, such as a Marlin. And that's what you're going to see us try on this attempt. Now, we did go ahead at 10% min, and you'll see us miss to the right. So what I'm going to do moving forward, and you can, try what you will, I'm going to play it at -10% at min, and then make the adjustment, see if we can't make this. So we did go ahead with 1 backspin, 1 left spin, because that's all the left spin we get. And you can see that it's coming in there pretty quick with that ball guide, so you try to get it best you can lined up. Right on that bunker is the green circle, or the green ring, and then we went 10%, which was 2.1 rings, and you can see we missed that at least by almost 3/4 of a square. So we need to get to a -10% in my opinion. before we can get that ball to get in the hole in a qualification round here at the Winter Major. Okay, we will see you for hole number 5. Okay, we're back with hole number 5. And this is our second of the par 5s. Now, I went ahead and used the QB7 with 3 topspin, 2 left spin, and a katana ball. I'm using the katana ball for the opportunity when we get up near the green for the rough bump. And you don't want to be too far on here if you want to use a sniper rough bump. If you want to get way up there, go ahead, use an EM and a Kingmaker, and then that'll give you the opportunity to go ahead and do a rough bump with a long iron, such as a Goliath, a Grizzly, etc. So you can see we did all of our adjustments, and we get it out to 317 yards directly in the middle of the fairway. All right, we'll see you in just a second for shot number 2. Okay, here we are for shot number 2. So from 317 yards, you'll see that we are at max distance, which is just a great place to be. Now, of course, again, another headwind. You know, they're not making it easy. So what we do is we go ahead and make our spin adjustments, which is 1 backspin, 1 right spin, and we put it right to the right inner right edge of that hole. And then we go ahead at minus 20% at max adjustment. And you can see, once again, with the no overpower, we go ahead and we trust our adjustments from Golf Clash Notebook. We come in, it looks great, good camera angle, and then it just absolutely dies out. So what we may want to do is have 0 backspin, 1 right spin. Make sure we're to either the right edge of the hole and through the hole, so we get that forward bounce and we go ahead and try to get it in for the albatross. All right, just some of the difficulties with the headwinds that we're having in the qualification rounds, but that's okay, because moving forward in the opener and then the weekend, we'll see. Maybe we get a little bit more of an advantage with the tailwinds. So, all right, we'll be back with hole number 6 in just a second. All right, welcome back. Hole number 6. Again, lovely par 4 with a headwind. So, again, just giving us a bunch of fits with these headwinds in this tournament. So, 3 top spin, 1 left spin, 10% at max. And you can see that we have to adjust into the headwind. And again, not that bad of a headwind with 3 miles an hour, and the Titan ball could be a little bit worse. Yet at the same time, you're going to have to do a little bit of overpower here, or what you may want to do is just go to 3.5 top spin. It all depends on what you want to do. So we break the bottom of the power circle just barely, and then you'll see that we get a beautiful shot. We did hit it perfect, bounces over, and we have plenty of room to work with if we want to get all the way down and have an opportunity. So at 349, you can see that with our next shot, we're in pretty good shape. So just in a moment, we'll be back for shot number 2. Okay, welcome back for shot number 2. So again, my new favorite club in these lower accounts is the Grim Reaper 6. Now, it's not as distance with the Goliath, which is at 135. We are 127 distance with the Grim Reaper 6, but the backspin is significantly more advantageous, as is the ball guide. So what we do here is we go 7 backspin, 1 right spin. We're at the plus 6 yard mark, and we play this at 15% max. Now, of course, you could see where that third bounce is, which is just slightly past and to the right of the hole. Well, obviously off this this second shot, you'll see that we still need to move that further past the hole and to the right of the hole. So we'll be working on that. But look at that, perfect distance, just a little bit further to the right of the hole, and maybe, you know, a half a square further, and I think we get that drop pretty consistently in that headwind. Okay, so that's hole number 6. We'll be right back with hole number 7. All right, welcome back. Hole number 7, Winter Major. The third of our crazy par 3s here. So you have options to play. It's almost like the NASCAR hole to the left, or you can play with this tailwind, a sniper bounce over. So what we're going to do here is 2 top, 2 right, try to get it through that rough up there, have it trickle down, find the funnel, and see if we can't make the hole-in-one here. So you can see it's a little bit janky for me here to find that. So I should have moved it back a little bit because the ball guide is significantly to the left of the pin. So it wasn't even coming down at the hole. So we're going to have to do a little bit better job of either top spin or right spin so that we get the ball guide aimed at the cup. So you can see it's still a beautiful position on when it bounced through the rough line and then into the collar and then coming down just perfect speed, just a little bit to the left of the pin. So again, we played that at 10% at max, 2 top spin, 2 right spin, pretty close. What I would do is start with your 2 top, 2 right, and then work your spins from there so the ball guide is aimed at the stick. 10% at max, hit it perfect, give yourself a chance for that hole-in-one. All right, we'll be right back with hole number 8. All right, welcome back. Hole number 8, again, a difficult shot here, even though we do have a tailwind, all right? So your choice. You can bounce it over and then hit the rough and squirt out and then get on the green, make a putt, or you can go ahead if you have the right combination of extra mile 7, extra mile 8, extra mile 6, and a power ball, such as a power 3 ball, that should mean Titan ball, and go ahead at 10% at max. We went 1 backspin, 1 left spin. I'm suggesting that we take all of the backspin off, so 0 backspin, 1 left spin. You'll see we do hit it perfect, but we get snagged through the rough line, and we do barely get out onto the fairway, but again, something that we're going to have to work on there. So we may want to go 20% max so we can pull it more so it doesn't bounce over to the right-hand side and get caught in that fairway. Or what we could do is, like I said, 0 backspin and 2 left spin, giving ourselves a chance to miss that that rough line altogether. But again, we do go ahead and chip that in for the eagle, so no sense watching that. And we're on to hole number 9. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the final hole of the Winter Major, hole number 9. So you'll see that there are many ways to play this. You can play it all the way over to the left and then go up around the trees on the left with a top spin and side spin, like almost like a power hook around that, and try to get the easy eagle or an albatross there. What I've always learned to do is try to bounce it here with all your top spin, 2 right spin, the appropriate overpower, and a perfect ball. Miss it, you're going to be in the rough, and you're going to have, if you have the right rough iron, no problem, you'll be on the green for an easy eagle. So here we use the berserker, so we didn't have to do too much overpower, and we can absolutely manage a perfect ball out of that. So we get it out to 338 with full top spin and 2 right spin. But again, you're burning a berserker here in a headwind. So again, hopefully in the opener and the weekend, we may get a little bit of relief and get a tailwind, so you don't have to use the berserker. You can go ahead with a kingmaker or a Titan ball and do the exact same thing we just did here. So we'll be right back with shot number 2. All right, here we are. Final shot, shot number 2, Winter Major, hole number 9, berserker ball, 2 backspin, no side spin, try to put that about 3 squares short of the hole. Try to find that landing spot and equal to the pin. There it is. I like that right there. Just a little bit to the outside of the pin, inside the cup. Now, unfortunately here, we did go at 15% at max adjustment, which then pushed me a little bit too far, and you'll see we'll miss bottom right. Now, with a headwind, I want to go back to 0 elevation at max. Give ourselves a chance to knock that in the hole. Now, with a tailwind, I definitely believe 15% with the exact same setup at max, you're going to make that albatross, okay, with a tailwind. But with this headwind, you saw that a 0% max is a better play than what we tried, which was the plus 15%. So again, keep that in mind. Headwind, 0%. If you're in a tailwind situation throughout the qualifier and the weekend, let's go ahead and add 15% max on that. Okay, everybody, I want to say again, thank you for joining the video here and giving any feedback that you might think is appropriate, anything we can improve upon. If you like the format, let me know that as well. But again, I want to say thank you for anybody who has subscribed and is a member. I appreciate that. If you're not a subscriber, please consider hitting the subscription button and then the bell notification so that you get content like this and future content as well as live streams in the future. Until we see each other again on stream or in another video, I wish you all the best in your qualification rounds in the Winter Major. Good luck. All right, everybody, welcome to On the Screws Golf. We'd like to thank you for being here on the stream. So what? And welcome to DCF&P, baby. And again, thank you so much for attending, and please consider subscribing.